Okay, so it says setting up a blank can be helpful when the problems are more complicated. A proportion is simply 2 blank blank. All right, so one way to do this is that we can set up a proportion, just kind of like what we've been doing with the converting to percents. So setting up a proportion can be helpful when the problems are more complicated. A proportion is simply 2 equal ratios or equal fractions. So we're going to label the strip diagram below, and then we're going to set up a percent proportion. So it says the campus demographics state that 42% of the students are male. If there are 300 students, that's your total, how many are male? So right here, I'm going to go and label this. I know I'm starting off with 0 right here, and I go all the way to 300. So this whole thing is going to represent 300 students. So all the students would be 100%. So if I have 300 students, I've got 100% of all the students. And I want to know how many are male. So just kind of like what we did, we said 42% are male. So 42% is about here. And I don't know what this value is. Now you can kind of cut it up and figure it out, or we can set up a proportion to help us solve that. And the way you're going to do it is we're going to have our percents written as a fraction, and then we're going to have whatever the amount is or whatever we're looking for. And you're going to have your part on top and your whole on bottom. So what that's going to kind of look like is, so right here, I know that 42%, this right here, the male kids, this is how many males there are. That would be 42 out of 100, or 42. So every 100 kids, 42 are male. And then right here, I'm going to write my X because I don't know what this number is. So I'm going to use an X to represent that. And then the total is 300. Okay. And then we need to solve for this X. Now there's a couple ways you can do it. One way we can do it is I can say, you know what, how can I go from 100 to 300? Well, you can multiply by 3. Whatever you do to the bottom, you've got to do to the top. Well, 42 times 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. So this would tell you what this value is right here. So we know that 126 students are male. So that's one way that you could do it.